Alright, ready? Ready? I'm going to pull the reveal. What are you seeing there?
It says the rapture's, Jesus is coming to deal with the rapture on October 28th, 1992. How is that sign even there? I don't understand.
I know it's been a minute since we've done more of a tutorial or a review or any of that kind of stuff, but today I hit the road, left Jeff at home. His beard is not a big fan of flying, so he had to stay back. So I did want to talk about a piece of gear we picked up and a couple other cool things along the way. So one of those is the Surface Pro. We picked up the Surface Pro and started using it, or I did rather. And I'm going to edit this video, and I edited another video on the Surface Pro, and we'll talk about that breakdown. It's not flawless by any means. Don't rush out and replace your laptop with it. I will say though, it does way better than I imagined. It's worked way better. So we're going to show you some of that stuff. Also, we got this little guy. If you're not familiar, that is a Tenba Bag. It's my new camera bag. Here's what it looks like on the inside, fully packed. We'll talk about it more as we go through, but I'm on my way to Charlotte, on my way to Boston, and you guys might just get to meet Mr. Pickles. One of the biggest things we noted with this bag and why we shifted to it is we'd been carrying that Pelican backpack, which we still own and absolutely love, but we felt like we needed something bigger that could carry more gear with us, so we switched over to this Tenba. Now, you can see there's a nice metal piece here. This reinforcing, it's on both sides to give support. That's also because this particular one is also a backpack, much like the Pelican case. Now, it does lack a little bit in storage, I'll be honest, because it's, and I'll show you that in a second, it's more of an open scenario, which is great if you're organized. If you're not, like me and Jeff are sometimes, it could be a problem. But it does have backpack. It had a strap down here on the bottom. We removed that for, let's call it aesthetic reasons. On each side, we have zippers that reveal pockets. There's a couple of sub pockets on this side. There's two of those. And on this other side, there's a nice long pocket, long enough to contain our base plate, some chem wipes, and our tangerine, bright tangerine, and our bright tangerine arm. Let's talk about the interior. Well, let's talk about the construction. First off, it's pretty tough, pretty beefy, holds up well, does what it's supposed to do. But then when we pull the reveal, the actual formula and layout is more like a doctor's bag. So you just open and you kind of see the components. So we got the Surface in there, which is part of the reason why we switched to the Surface, because this little tablet does 90% of the stuff we need it to do. We're not like I'm doing major color correction on this or anything. It's just a nice little editing tool. More about that here in a minute. And you can kind of see we're packed in. This is a mic bag. So we have base plate for the camera, lens, light meter, 70 to 200. 3 GH5 bodies. One of them is in my hand. There's a GH5. That's the speed booster and a vintage lens. Then it has these two compartments here that you're welcome to use. You can move them around. GH5S, of course. And kind of an AKS, which stands for all kinds of shit. So we were able to pack this pretty full. Now, it's not the only thing we're bringing along. Now, of course, the camera bag is only the camera utilities. It's not the only thing we're bringing along. We have a 1510 sitting right beside me that has, the Hive and some other lighting equipment, the batteries that we have to carry on, things like that are all inside the 1510. And then I checked a large Pelican case. I forget the model number, 1620 maybe. I checked that, and it's full of additional lighting, our tripods. So we figured out we could take our tripods down. These aren't real high-end tripods because this is a travel job and it doesn't really require anything crazy, but it does have those tripods in it. So we're able to break those down, throw them inside that case. But again, with the Tenba bag, having that doctor opening, I can open it, get to what I need, close it. I imagine I'll repack it for the shoot and then repack it for travel home. So this is a 3-day shoot, So a little complex. Let's do a little flair. CRFTSHO. Sorry, I just noticed it was behind me. Anyway, so thus far the Tenba bag's been great. It's heavy, it's robust, it feels good on the back. Hopefully it makes it all the way onto the flight. That's the only other thing I'm nervous about. It says it's compliant. It is shorter than a 1510, but definitely fatter. So it is definitely a wider bag loaded out than the 1510. And I'm not busting at the seams on either side. So we'll see what it does. Here is some footage. So here's the thing. I never finished that review. I really have this little piece of Mr. Pickles I can show you.
My name's Frank, Jibble Bottom. Used to be Jibble Top, but there's been a couple hard years, and I've had an unfortunate thing with my thing.
How do you know Drew Hall from CRFTSHO?
Met him at Halfway America. Of course, thank you.
Because I was having too much fun hanging out with him. And we worked hard, so didn't do much of a video. That's the only review you get, and this is even shot on my cell phone because I'm just exhausted. Had a 18-hour travel day. Alright, I like the bag though. I guess I could say it's approved. Tenba, good bag, good job. Later.